again why you're running, and then that's my first question, and then I'll follow up with another one.
So yeah, I'm running just because COVID, it kind of kicked out the foundation of a lot of children's education, as well as took away the end of some children's high school experience. And these are years we're not going to get back. And going back to the status quo isn't going to do us any good moving forward for these children. We need to kick it up a notch, get back to the basics, and get these reading and math scores up. Obviously, I told the story last time of the kindergarten SEL teacher who had played the ABCs of equality. That was frustrating. And that led to my first speech in front of the board, where I talked about parental rights and and not having the school, usurp the parent. I shouldn't have to model my discipline after the school's discipline that they're instilling in my child. They should be supporting the discipline that I model at home. So I just like them to kind of get schools back in their lane, get them back to achieving good things with the education, with math, science, reading, and get these kids ready for the real world.
Get them ready for the real world. We see this as a common denominator. Scott and I have been hearing this tonight and in previous shows. Test scores, are they dropping in your community as well? Student test scores?
We had, obviously they changed the standards. Pre-COVID standards versus now when you look at post-COVID standards, they're looking at growth versus, the COVID years, not pre-COVID years. So they can show that they have some growth from that point. And that's great, because obviously there needs to be. But from where we were and where we need to be, we're barely over state average. And we have all the resources in the world for our children and the community that's willing to support them. And we're barely above state average in math and reading as a school district. And when you have 57 schools that scored 0 in the state of Illinois for math, that not one student was proficient, obviously that's bringing that average down. So if you look at us being just above average, but factoring in that, that's not good.
No,